my laptop as well. Okay, hello everyone. Happy Thursday. Welcome to our weekly live. And I would love to say Ramadan Kareem, Taqabbalallah, whoever is fasting. And I would love to say Happy Easter for our friends who are celebrating Easter very soon. I wish you all the best. And it's a wonderful opportunity, such a holy spiritual time of the year. And there are lots of opportunities for you, honestly, to open up, clear your heart, clear your mind, and remove stress away from your life. And today, I actually would love to talk to you about stress. Say hi if you're live. Say hi there on Instagram. And if you are watching replay, hashtag replay for me. So I know that you have been there, and if questions, you know how to reach me. So today, as I mentioned, I would love to talk to you about how to effectively handle stress, because lots of people, like, it's like a buzzword. I feel stressed, I'm afraid, I don't know what to do, like I feel so much pressure. And I would love today to do two things for you. I'd love to define stress for you with a different perception, different perspective, and how a little shift in perception can help you, like, handle it easily. Like, it's no big deal for you. You can be calm in the storm. Like, okay, just like we have, it's a short live today. It's our Q&A, and this is my topic for you today that I picked from the questions I got. So hands on, open up your mind and heart and listen. And just like, if you just apply this, when you honestly are going to see the results. So, as well, I'm going to tell you about some of the diseases that are created related to stress, and some interesting facts about disease, how they are emotionally connected. Like, it's like I said, it's very interesting when you learn some stuff about yourself, and I'm sure you all can relate. Each one will relate to one of them. All right. So, all ready now? So, first of all, I would love to say that stress is a different variation for fear. When do you feel stressed? You feel like you're under pressure when you have to make a certain decision. This is when you may feel stressed. You feel stressed, or you feel pressure when you feel like, I want to make things happen instead of allowing them to happen. And what does this mean? Like, people sometimes they want to do stuff before they are ready for it. They want to, like, make a career shift. They want to jump into a new relationship. They want to, like, ask for a promotion, change, ask for a raise, have a different career, go for a champion level, like Olympic level. And they feel the pressure and the stress when they are trying to force things to happen and not letting it happen. This is a huge mind shift that we tackled, like I tackled with all my bullet success train last month. It was so much fun. And it takes time to process that and to apply, because there is no point in learning without applying. Like, it's not gathering information is everywhere, and it's not gonna doesn't change your life. What changes your life is actually the application of what you know. That's what it shows you, and the results will then change. Okay, sounds good. All right. So for stress, guys, like, stress does not exist in the air. Like, you cannot see physically stress in the air. It's an emotion. It's like, it's the body responds to a certain thought that you thought. For example, as if you brought the line to the room. Like, you got a fearful thought and you imagine for a second that this is happening, and you start to scare yourself. And people, like, I do it in my experiential workshop, and for my audience as well, when we do, like, even online workshops, I let them do, like, and try to imagine that they are on top of a skyscraper and there is no fence and they're about to fall, and they do it closing their eyes. And then, how do you feel? I ask them, and the people really give me a response. They have panic attacks. Seriously, some of them have panic attacks. And when they open their eyes, they are in their chair, right? But so the body is always responding to your thoughts. So, are you feeling it fearful thoughts? You are imagining the worst case scenario. You are trying to do stuff before you are mentally prepared for it. Because when you feel hungry, there is an image for the sandwich or a food or whatever in your mind, And then your body will act, and you will go downstairs or open the fridge and buy or make a delivery. And then you will start take action based on the emotions ignited, based on an image you have in your mind, right? So stress is created from a certain thoughts. So stress does not exist in real life. It's like you don't have stress in the world, you have fearful or stressful thoughts. This is very important distinction. It's your thoughts which are creating this stress. The good thing is that if you feel stressed from your thoughts, then you can change it because you're the only one in your head. Nobody else is there. I can have two people like sitting next to each other. One is having so much fun, relaxed, and the other one is feeling like anxious, doesn't want to stay, wants to leave. Same situation, same environment is what in their head. The body responds to the images and the thoughts you have in your mind. This is a very important distinction. I had today a call from a beloved client, and she was telling me, I have an interview tomorrow and I'm very stressed because I'm preparing for X and Y and I'm doing all putting the paper together. I said, like, that's BS. Forget about all the paper, forget about everything. What matters is that you go there, you're calm, you're confident, and be yourself. Like when people sense stress, people sense you when you are not confident, when you are afraid, they sense it. And why would I hire someone who is stressed? Like, why would she cannot handle the pressure of an interview. So how about when I give her more work and more stuff to do? Do you get, like, I'm just saying this to demo for you and to give you some examples to keep your mind thinking about, right, guys? So let's distinguish between two very important emotions. Anything which is coming from like stress, anger, resentment, is coming, hate, jealousy, is coming from fear. Okay? And fear is always mind created. And because we live in a world which depends so much on our senses, our physical senses, we judge by our senses, and not always what we see is true. You can be on the ground, like say bye to your family, they get on the plane is huge, and when it flies like in the sky, you see it like this big. Is this really the size of the plane? No. So there is lots of optical illusion around you, and your body is responding to it. Okay, you just remind yourself that's not true, because anything honestly which is based on fear is kind of hallucination. I'm not saying it does not exist in your reality, but I'm saying it's a mind hallucination. Like, and we live actually right now in a world which is dominated by fear instead of being dominated by love, by trust, by faith. Okay, guys, like, I'm like, this is a bit broad, but I want you to minimize the word stress, the importance of it, and to understand that it is a fearful thought that your body is responding to it. It can go up to panic attacks. Yes, it does. It can go to that. But again, you are responding to an imagined worst case scenario, or a fearful thought that's attacking your mind right now. I hope this makes sense about what is stress. Okay, guys? So, what is the mind shift needed that top achievers have? Or like pros think this way? Well, for them, they understand, because they understand that this is mind created. And any thought is mind created, right? So they pick it. First of all, what you can do, like, I'm going to give you some tools hands on so you can practice them and help yourself out of any challenging situation, or anything that when you want to make a decision, or you feel like I'm scared, I'm panicking, I'm really worried. It's like because fear doesn't make you live honestly, guys. If I have a fear of failure, I am already a failure. If I have a fear of judgment, I am already being judged. If I have a fear of poverty, I am already living in poverty. Why? Because I am always thinking these thoughts which are triggering me and making me feel uncomfortable, and my body is responding to it. So it is, again, the body response doesn't know the difference between reality and dream or vision or imagination. It responds to the thoughts that you have an image for in your mind. Okay, guys? So number one is to identify, like, Some people are just on a loop, like they're always thinking about fearful thoughts or stressful ideas, right? So what you need to do is to identify, oh, well, I can see, like you will sense it because you will feel a sense of contraction. You will feel like you are like as if you're not taking your breath deeply. You cannot do this when you are under pressure or you're afraid, like in a flight mode. You want to run from what's scaring you, and you're actually maybe in your bed, maybe you are at your desk working, maybe you are in your car driving, but you got a fearful thought and your body starts responding to it. I said before, and I say it again to you, you can take first step is to take deep breathing, and this is inhaling through the nose, hold it 2 seconds, and then breathe the double through the mouth. This is a very easy step, hands on. You do it several rounds, you'll find yourself getting calm. This one step. The second one is like, say, for example, you are at your dinner table, and then you started to think about the bill that you cannot do, like pay this month, and what can I do? Like, I'm saying an example. So, what you need to do and remind yourself like a pro, you can say like, okay, I acknowledge I have a fearful thought now. Like, first acknowledge it. This is the first step. I know I am afraid right now, but I am safe. I am sitting at my table. I am sitting in my house. I have a ceiling on the roof. There is no giant tiger running after me. There is nothing happening. I am safe. This is step number 2, is to remind yourself. So first step is to acknowledge it. Second step, we are not denying it, right? Second step is to remind yourself that you are safe and you are healthy and you are grounded. This is step number 2. Next step, well, this like thought that triggered the imagination, you imagine that you're talking to it as if you're talking to a real person. Say like, excuse me, I am not gonna be scared right now. I am gonna like postpone this for 3 days, because I'm sure there is something great going to happen or happening to me, or I have to learn in this moment, which will make me grow. So I'm going to turn off the volume on fear. So bye bye. And right now, I'm going to like put the volume on what is the best scenario that can happen, or what's the learning opportunity for me. Well, this might find like seem like funny for you, or like what the heck, but honestly it works, because when you cannot change anything unless you know that is there. You cannot go to a doctor and check your arm if you are not feeling any pain, right? So first you acknowledge, then you remind yourself that you are safe. Step 3 is to say it like, you know what, I'm not gonna, there is nothing to be scared of right now. It's all in my mind. I understand this. I expect the best to happen. I am safe. And you like repeat this to yourself, right, guys? So what happens then is that you have just now scheduled your own panic. I really mean it. Like, it may sound funny, whatever it is you want to consider it, well, like it's so right. Like I'm scheduling my own panic because it gives you lots of power. And I do lots of leadership and self-confidence seminars and programs. And I know that owning your own power and getting your power back by saying like, nothing outside me is scaring me, is very, very empowering and boosting for your self-esteem. So this is a very, very hands-on, easy tool to use. You can use it if you are a student afraid of a test. You can use it if you are an athlete going to be a champion. You can use it if you are a CEO and about to take a big decision. Like, you know what, like it's all right. It works for everybody, and it works in all situations, and it creates magnificent results. All right. So I give you now the 3 steps hands on how to handle stress like a pro. Okay, guys. The second one is, I said like, what creates stress? I said like it's when you want to make things happen. For example, I want to make my kid go to the training. I want to make my husband listen to me. You're trying to force stuff, and actually what you're doing, you're putting stress on you because you're not allowing things to happen naturally. You're making a force. And by law, guys, anything that you resist persists. And nothing, like if you want to really have a new model, you need to build it up, but not think about the old model. It will become obsolete. It means it will dissolve once you have an effective new model in application, and you are like, you'll find that people will be attracted to it. How many people who are here on the call with me, if you have a partner, spouse, a brother, and you have been fighting to make them change a certain habit or a certain way dealing with you, did it ever work? It never does. It creates more, like you build a new model, you start a new habit, you work only on you, and either they will be there, like they will be following, but without force. When you force, force negates. That's a rule. Okay, guys? So, what else creates stress is when you are not being decisive, meaning you cannot make your own decisions, and you're always afraid to to make something new, or to try something you have never tried before. And as I said, if you are afraid of failure, you are a failure already. If you're afraid of poverty, you are poor already. If you like, if you live in the fear, it's because the body, as I said, doesn't distinguish between what's real and what is not real. So it will be responding to your fearful thoughts as if they are real. And this is why people get panic attack and go to emergency. I have seen it many times. Okay. So what let me discuss, or like tell you fun facts about what your thoughts can how hello there, Anna. Nice to have you there. Thank you for joining me. And since you joined, I would love to mention that I as well have free downloadable stress release guide, 3 steps how to release stress, and it's hands on. And the good stuff about it is that I have added to it as well checklist. It helps you to stay on track, and ideas how to take care of yourself as well. So if you want it, let me know. Say guide, please, and I will send it to you. I will connect with me and I will send it to you. So it's lovely to have you here with me. So let's talk about some diseases which are related, which are really created, the body creates according to your thinking. So I'm gonna say I picked a few because there are like 1,000, for example. So I picked like 5, 6, which are very common, and then you can relate maybe to yourself or to someone else. And well, one of them is arthritis. Okay, so why people get arthritis? Most people who get arthritis, they track it down to this feeling. They found that the real cause for it is that they feel unloved, and they have lots of criticism for themselves and for others, and maybe they are not aware of it, because who would love to live like with criticism and like sabotaging themselves? It's done automatically, they are not aware of. So they feel unloved, they have lots of criticism, and they have lots of resentment. And actually, resentment is a very common cause for many chronic diseases. And one of them as well is cancer, because resentment simply is that you want others to act in a certain way according to you feel happy, or like according to your own standards. All right, guys. So another one is boldness, like people who lose their hair. Why is that? The emotional reason for that is that they have fear, tension. They are trying to control everything, not trusting the process of life. So this is another one. Okay, guys. I don't know if you're like, I don't know if I have bold guys on the call or no, like you can know that. All right, guys. So people as well who have kidney problems, it's related again to criticism and disappointment, failure. They feel shame. So it creates this for them in the body. Okay, people who have liver issues, guys, have anger issues. Like it's always connected to the liver. When you feel anger, like disease connected to the liver, has to do with anger. All right, guys. Let me tell you more. Let me tell you some more. Right. Okay. So respiratory ailments, like any people who have anything that has to do with their breathing, it is connected. They have a fear of taking in life fully. And there is like the famous Louise Hay. She was one who started. Actually, she was a phenomenal healer. She's a worldwide known author. She has her own publishing like firm. She's a well-respected lady worldwide. She's the one actually who started healing with affirmation. So people who have like any fear of taking in fully life and experiencing new things, one of her very known affirmations is, I am safe, I love my life. And an easier one to apply immediately with me right now, you can put your hand on your heart and say, I am safe, I am loved, I am a good person. You can repeat this over and over as much as you want. You can repeat even for 10 times, 20 times. I'm safe. I am loved. I am a good person. Try it, guys. All this boost your self-esteem and make you feel calm during the day. All right, guys? Well, okay, last one I'm gonna share with you is people who have sinus problems. And this is like people who have sinus, like it has to do with headaches. It is related to irritation to one person or someone who is close to them. So if you have lots of constant headaches, you are living with someone who you really like, you cannot tolerate, or you are not facing your issues together. And this is causing like the body is responding to it by the sinus. All right, guys? So I hope this makes sense. Oh, I have one more for you. People who have pimples and have skin issues is connected to an anxiety and fear. And they say like they feel threatened. Okay, guys. And those who have pimples is like unresolved anger. So I hope this was fun for you and new to you. Just like as I said, stress, to wrap it up, is mind created. There is no stress physically in the world. You cannot go and buy some stress. It is like how the body responds to a fearful or stressful thoughts. But there is no stress in the world. It is created, mind created. So we said together like 3 steps. Step number 1 is to acknowledge it. Step number 2 is to you take deep breathing as well. You make deep breathing, like inhaling through the nose, exhale through the mouth. And then you say like, okay, I acknowledge you are here, but I am safe. Remind yourself, you ground yourself, I am safe. I'm in my house. I'm safe. As long as there is no police is coming to arrest you and there is no fire catching the house. So you are safe, right, guys? And the last one is to say, I'm going to schedule an appointment with you in 3 days. So this is very powerful because you feel like you in charge of how you feel. And this is what honestly matters. Okay, guys? Again, whoever would love to have the guide, type the word guide. We'll send it to you. It's totally free and has lots of tools and tips and tracking sheets for you. So have an awesome rest of the day. Ramadan Kareem. Happy Easter, who are going to celebrate soon. And see you all next week. And lots of love for you. Bye bye, guys. Bye.